Hello, namaste. Thank you for joining me. This is a approximately 30-minute class that is focusing on joint mobility, joint health. There's an old adage, use it or lose it, so we want to be sure to keep all of our joints functioning. There's also some stretch and a little bit of strengthening. The entire class is seated, so you'll need a chair without arms. If that is not possible, you could sit on a couch. The firmer, the better. You'll also need a strap, and I'll give you a few moments to collect everything in a minute, so hear me out. You'll need a yoga strap. If you don't have one, a belt from a robe is perfect, or a fabric measuring tape, any belt, a tie, you could even use a towel. You will also need 2 yoga blocks, which you might not have. So an alternative to yoga blocks is if you have a couple of the hard plastic shoe boxes, or you could use a few pillows. What we're trying to do with these is make sure that our knees are level with our hips. And you might even want to, if you use 2 like that, at some point you might even want 2 smaller ones. And a blanket. The blanket is can be a throw from your couch, just something for the end of class. So here is a list of what you need. Pause and collect. Okay, great, thank you. All right, so let's get started. So to begin, you might want a pillow behind your back to give you a little bit support. So take your blocks or your box or your books and put them under your feet. Knees are hip width apart and they're in line with your hips. And take your hands to your thighs and pull them back towards your body so your arms are supported but your elbows are relaxed down. Then reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Make sure the chin is level with the ground. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. So you feel this broadness across your chest. And softly close your eyes, or you can have a downward gaze. And breathing through your nose, just notice your breath. Throughout the class, I will be cueing breath. If it is cumbersome or awkward or foreign to use your breath with motion, drop the breath. Keep breathing, but not the controlled breathing. The physical exercise is the most important. So see if you can take a few big cleansing breaths. So you're going to inhale in through the nose, filling up the belly, the chest, all the way up to the collarbones. Open the mouth, HA sound. Another breath in. Exhale out. And last one. And with the mouth closed, come back to full deep inhales and exhales. Seeing if you can match the length of your inhale with the length of your exhale. So I'm giving my breath the count of 3. I'm inhaling for 3. And I'm exhaling for 3. But it could be 2, it could be 5. Notice if it feels right? Are you completely filling up? Are you completely emptying? Or is your breath catching? Is it too deep of a breath? Should you lower the count? And notice how your hands feel on your thighs. Notice the weight of your feet on the blocks. And notice how it feels to sit in your chair. Continue with some deep, full breaths. Okay, we'll begin our practice. So making sure you're seated up towards the front of the chair. You're going to inhale in, and on the exhale, you'll look over your right shoulder. Keep the shoulders down and back. Take a few breaths here, stretching out the cervical spine on the left side. It's that big muscle, that trapezius muscle. Inhale back to center. It's sort of a exhale over to your left. It's a sort of a modified or a stylized triangle shape that holds the scapula in place. It goes all the way up onto your neck, and sometimes can refer pain down to your shoulder blade. Like I have neck issues, but I feel them in my shoulder. Inhale back to center. One more time, exhale to your right. One breath here. Inhale, center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the right ear towards the right. Inhale up. Get longer, get taller. Think about reaching up through the crown of your head so that when you drop it over to the left, you're really lengthening the leg, the neck, and the crown of the head up towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center, and exhale. And then come back to center and take your hands on your shoulders, and we'll take the elbows front, down, and back. Front, down, and back. So you can lift them up here and then drop them down. So you feel opening across the chest, shoulder blades squeeze together, and then opening across the back, elbows come forward, drop the arms, inhale all the way up and all the way down. Your all the way up and all the way down may look different than mine. The most important thing is that you're staying pain-free and also working towards your edge without going over it. So take the hands back to the shoulders. This time we're going to take them back, down and around, up, back, down and around, up, back, down and around. One more time. And then drop the arms down and up, back, down and around. And one more time. And take the hands to your thighs. It's my dog at the door. Now, reaching the hands up, make a fist, soft fist, and gently circle through the wrists in one direction. Doesn't matter which way you're going right now, we're going to switch it and then change it the other way. Great, and now open the fingers as wide as you can and then slowly, gently curl them in. These are really great exercises if you work a lot on the computer, do anything, playing an instrument or gardening or knitting, crocheting for sure, painting. Okay, shake that out. And then reach the arms up, and you're going to drop the wrist down so the fingers are going down. Now I feel a big stretch here. In my lower arm, I feel it in the top of my hand. You're going to take the thumb to the pointer, thumb to the middle finger, thumb to the ring finger, thumb to the pinky, and then back up towards the thumb. I really feel that. And then one more time, going down, keep the shoulders relaxed, and then back up. Okay, shake that out again. All right. And then I'll turn sideways so you can see me better. We're going to go to a cat-cow. So the hands are on the thighs, and you're sitting up nice and tall. You're going to reach. On an inhale, the chest comes forward. Keep the chin low. You don't want to really reach that up. Exhale, pull the navel to the spine, round everything in. Tuck the chin, head drops. Inhale, lift long, and it's the collarbones that are reaching forward. Exhale, round it all in. Inhale, reach. And exhale down. Great. And then we will work the spine in another way. You want to take the hands behind the head. They're interlaced behind my head. Take a breath, get nice and tall. Exhale. Think about lengthening, not just collapsing, but lengthening up through your right side as you drop the elbow down. Inhale up and exhale over to the other side. So I'm reaching my left elbow up as I'm bringing my right elbow down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Keep pressing your head back into your hands. Now you can continue like that, or you can reach your right arm up, left arm to the chair, and reach it over, and switch. So you can either keep hands behind your head or reaching with the arm. So we're doing lateral flexion with the spine. Okay, great. Now another exercise is you are going to just reach your right arm up and reach it down. Reach it up and reach it down. One more time, reaching it up and reach it down. Now with your left hand, hold an imaginary basket. You're going to reach out. Imagine you can pick your favorite fruit and then place it on that far side of your basket. Inhale, reach. Exhale, place it in the basket. So not only are we stretching this right arm, but we have this isolated static stretch on our left. So we're strengthening that arm while we pick our fruit. Okay, now last one, left hand down. Imagine you've got a $20 bill in your pocket, sitting up nice and tall. A slight rotation in the spine as you hand it to the person behind you. Reaching in. I always say, give the money to the kids. Give the money to the grandkids. And down. And reach. And we're also, with this exercise, we're stretching out these pec muscles that get really tight. And when these get tight, they can pull us forward. Okay, coming back to center. Take a breath here. Another one. Okay, reaching up with the left hand and reaching down. So this is a functional movement. We're getting a can off that top shelf and we're placing it down on the counter. Another can and placing it down. Finding our basket, reaching for that piece of fruit, putting it far over in that basket. Reach. You feel this stretch in the shoulder as you reach across. And one more. And then with that left hand into your pocket, getting nice and tall, little twist and a stretch. Go back for more. And hand it back. And last time. And hand it back. Great. And back to center. Do a couple of big rolls here. Okay. Kind of moving this a little bit. We are going to do one more arm. Have the arms up in a cactus shape. Fingers are wide. And then you're just going to drop it. Maybe this is as far as you want to go. Come back up. Or maybe you're okay bringing the fingers down. I just think this is a fantastic stretch. I feel it in all parts of my arms. I feel it in my chest. I feel it in my back. I feel it in my fingers. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And one more time. Great, great. Okay. Now shift the weight into your left foot, and your hand can be under this knee, and we're just going to pick it up and bring it down. Depending on how you feel today, and every day our body is different, what we can and can't do, or what's easy and what's hard. You might be able to do this without your hands. We're working this hip joint here, hip flexors, these muscles that we use to climb stairs. Maybe one more. And then let's go on the other side. Just lifting it as far as feels good to you. Again, any pain, you're going to back off, not go as far. And one more. Okay, another little hip work. Hands can be under the thigh. You're going to lift it up. I'm going to take it out and back. I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. You may, or I think I'll leave one. You may or may not want to do that, but I feel like I'll have more range of motion if I don't have something under that foot. And if at any point you want to do more repetitions than I do, pause the video and come back when you're ready. And now we'll take it in the opposite direction. Drop it out and around. Drop it. And drop it. And lift. One more time. And changing sides. Going to lift, up, out, and down. Up, out, and down. Up, out, and down. And now we'll reverse it. Down, out, and up. Down, out. Keep the spine lifted, chest open. And last one. Great. Now, you're going to lift your right leg, bring the toes towards the ankle, and press out and in, and out, and in, and out, and in. One more. And the other side. Lifting, pressing it out. Toes are up, heel towards knee. And one more time. And set it down. Find your strap. We're going to take it below the ball of the big foot, big toe. So sitting up nice and tall, you'll extend that leg out. You can have the strap in both hands, sort of relaxed back. Flex that foot again, bringing the plantar flexor, bringing the toes towards the shin, and maybe you can lift it up a little bit more. I need to get a stretch through the hamstrings, the backs of the legs here. And then take the strap into your right hand. Either hold onto the chair with your left arm or out to the side, arm out to the side. I'm going to bring the leg out, getting a nice stretch on the inner thigh. Keep the toes towards your shin. You can be here. And then inhale, come back to center. A little tricky on the chair. I'm going to try to stretch it over. And then bring it back. Lift it up one more time and set it down. Let's take a moment here. Notice any differences in the body, in your legs. And then we'll take the strap to the left foot. And we will lift it up to whatever height where you start feeling that stretch. Maybe consider keeping a little bit of a bend in that knee if you feel you're hyperextending. Keep perched right up there on your sit bone so you're nice and tall. Strap into your left hand, open the leg out to the left. Keep pressing through the heel and then bring it back to center. Change hands and it comes over just a little bit. So feel a bit of a stretch out here. And then coming over, reach it up one more time and setting it down. Let's take one roll down here. So maybe blocks or pillows are a little bit wider. Get up nice and tall. On an exhale, leading with your collarbones, lift through the pelvic floor like you're sitting on an egg and you're trying to bring that egg up into you. So lift through the pelvic floor, pull the navel to the spine, and begin to come forward. Gaze is down and out. Chin is slightly tucked. The crown of the head is reaching forward. And then inhale, come back up. So this is core work. Exhale, come forward. Keep the core engaged. Inhale. If by chance you want more, you can take your arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Definitely more with the arms up. Exhale. Keep pulling that navel to the spine. Think about the belly below the navel. Inhale. So it's that feeling of wearing Spanx. They used to say corset, but I'm changing it to Spanx because the young generation has no idea. And one more time. So you're sucking everything in. Okay, and now, if it is okay with your spine, we're going to come forward. If you have spine degenerative disc disease or any bulging discs or anything like that, you're going to stay right here with a straight spine. If it's okay, we're going to let the belly come down, let the ribs, the chest, the neck, the head drop all the way down. So there's two options there. Spinal considerations, you're going to keep a straight spine. Otherwise, you're rounded down. And breathing. And then if you're down, pull the navel into the spine, lift that pelvic floor, and start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. So your low back, mid, upper back, the neck, and the head, and we're back. Great. Okay, seated pigeon. I'm going to show you some options. We're going to do our right leg first. So seated pigeon is when the leg is crossed up like this. It's this external rotation where this is a great exercise if you have any piriformis or sciatica issues. But this could be a daunting task. So you could have a block or your pillow right up against the ankle of that your left foot, and just let the hip open here. Okay, you do this level and you say, I don't feel much happening. So maybe you're lucky enough to have something that you can change the level of it. Oh, there's still nothing. You could go a little bit higher. So you see, or you're up here. If you're up here and you don't feel anything, you could even put your foot onto a block. Make sure that the foot stays flexed. Your ankle is on the outside of the leg. Take a breath and relax through the hips. You might even want to use a little bit of a pressure from the hips down towards the knees here. My dog found me. She's very sweet, almost a year old. She's now stealing my sock. Okay, let's go to the other side. So whatever the level you chose on the other side, choose the same here. So I'll put this here. And then I'll take this up here. And making sure that the ankle is on the outside and that the dog is between the two legs. And that you're sitting up nice and tall. And then relax. On an exhale, see if you can let go of any tension in the hips. And you can even take the hand and gently press the leg out. No matter what level, even if you were down here, you could still use a little bit of being gentle though, sort of opening the leg out. Okay, release all that. And let's give our ankles a little bit of love. Exhale out that right leg. Roll the ankle in one direction and then the other. Hold it, the knee could be bent. And then flex the foot, press through the ball of the foot and then the toes. Pull it in, I'll turn it sideways. Flex ball and then point. Okay, and then the other foot, rotate one direction and then rotate the other direction. And then flex and point, flex and point. Maybe you have a lot of pops too. Okay. And then the last thing, a couple of options here. If you're able to cross your leg. You could even do this with crossed ankles. Have to adjust your, or we're just going to take a gentle twist. So I'm going to leave my legs like this. I'm going to take my right hand to the back of the chair. I'm going to sit tall. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's move them over here. This will be better. Feet are crossed. And then you can take hold, now you're able to take hold of the chair. Get tall. Pull the navel in so your core is strong, and then turn to look to the back of your chair. Shoulders are down. And then inhale back to center. Come all the way to the other side. I have a lot of props over here. Cross your ankles again. Sit up nice and tall. Hands to the back of the chair. And slowly look behind you. And then come all the way back to center. Have your props again under your feet. You might even want to use a pillow here, just because it's a little bit more comfortable. And find your blanket. And then sit up nice and tall, just to sort of reset our sacrum here after twisting. Just come forward with a flat back. And then interlace the hands behind you and open through the chest. And release that. Scoot yourself back. You might want to have a pillow behind you. My feet are rested comfortably. Find your blanket and wrap yourself up. Take a big inhale through the nose. Big exhale out the mouth. Millie, come here. Big inhale in. And an exhale. One more breath. And an exhale. If your eyes aren't closed, I have the eyes closed. Soften through your face. Soften through your shoulders. Soften through the hips, through your legs. Let the feet relax. And stay here for as long as you want. Thank you very much for practicing today. Namaste.